You might ask yourself, do I remodel what I have or do I build something new? And here to talk about how to make that decision is Tyler Lyer from Aero Service Team. Good morning, sir. Appreciate you coming back.
Morning, Wayne.
One thing that we want to make sure off the top, this isn't a one-size-fits-all, this decision. There are so many circumstances to go into which direction you're going to go.
Most definitely, and as we all know, the real estate markets have really trended up the last 5 years since COVID. The expenses have gone up, trades have gone up, new build construction costs have risen dramatically. I mean, average around town, I think right now for new builds is around $300 a foot. And then you start considering, what is the remodel going to look like? What is it going to cost? How can I live better at the same place? Those costs can be about half, you know, and you can maybe live there and put certain things in place that you want to better suit your family.
Right. Not only that, not only the cost of rebuilding, but I think sometimes people lose track of the fact how much it costs to move. I mean, there are some costs you probably don't even think about when it comes to, yeah, we're moving to this new home, but there are some underlying costs there.
There are, right? I mean, you got moving costs.
Yes.
You got the pain of packing those things up,
Yeah.
paying movers, figuring out how much stuff you want to retain and keep, and how much stuff has accumulated over the years in the home, and how full the home is, and also, you know, you're limited to what's in the market as well, right? If you're looking at a remodel, you're maybe not settling for a certain layout. Maybe you can take what you have and customize that space to tailor what you want exactly, as to where if you're out shopping and the market's hot, things are moving fast, and you know, you may be bidding on something that may just go away quickly, and you wanted it, but now you're looking for something else, and it can get exhausting for people.
Sure, it can, and a lot of times, and this is speaking from experience, pretty soon you've got 3, 4, 5, 6 people bidding on your own house, and if you're the seller, that's great, but if you're the buyer, you're competing with a lot of folks. So, but the other thing about remodels is you don't have to do everything at once. You can say, you know what, this is the one that is demanding the most attention for us right now. This is what we'd like to change first.
Exactly, and people don't many times look at Aero Service Team as a remodeling contractor.
Right.
But at the end of the day, every project that we do, whether it's a water or fire job or an addition or an old customer that just chooses to have us come in and remodel a bathroom or a kitchen or something like that, that's basically all we do is remodel. Whether it's a disaster type situation or it's something where Wayne calls and wants his bathroom remodeled, right? You've worked with us in the past, you trust us, and we've got very, very good tradespeople in our company and people that we work with that we can take care of the issues.
You know, and if you buy a home, an existing home, if you're not satisfied with exactly the way it is, you're going to be remodeling that anyway. So if you're doing your own home, you can make it, you want an open kitchen, maybe there are ways to remove a wall, things like that. There's always some options, and it's a professional like you guys that can say, yes, this is possible or this is not.
Yep, and we'd work with people on a design and a layout and help pick finishes and do selections with them as well as to what they like. And like you said, you can minimize your costs, as when we're in a high interest rate market right now, it can make things difficult to go bite off a big chunk on a move, as where now you can do 1 or 2 rooms at a time and kind of set the pace for what you guys can afford as a family or an individual, and not take on that large debt at one time.
Another thing that sometimes gets lost in the shuffle too is you've been in a neighborhood for a while. You love the neighborhood. You like the school. It's within walking distance for your kids. The neighborhood plays a big part too.
It does, and that's interesting you say that, because we just moved about 1.5 years ago, and some of that played into schools. I was in a certain neighborhood, and now we've moved and recently made that change. But a lot of times people become friends with their neighbors or like the schools district that they're in, and a lot of times you're better off staying where you are to continue those relationships with neighbors and friends and family, or a church that's nearby, whatever it is.
Right. Yeah, all right. And the other thing, we're almost out of time here. We're down to a minute. But let's assume you're staying in your home. Don't forget, as we go into this time of year, that there are some little things to do within your home. Check your detectors, smoke detector, carbon monoxide, and the one that makes such a big difference in my mind, and I always forget about it, your ceiling fans are going one direction in the summertime. Switch them around in the wintertime, because it'll bring the warm air up. There are some other things that people can do.
It seems so odd that that's how it works, but yes, that is correct. And you know, we're ticking up on in our business where we start to see a lot more home fires because things are getting colder. So now furnaces are running and working, electrical components are working harder, and also just being mindful of charging systems. We're seeing more and more house fires that are coming off of batteries and charging systems in than we've ever seen.
You mean like device charges, phone
Devices,
charges?
yes, 100%. Last Friday we had 2 come in, or it was Thursday we had 2 in one day. One was one of those vape pens that had the thing pushed down into a garbage bag and started on fire, and we had one that was a battery for a drone that was plugged in charging, and it got hot and exploded. And very, very bad situation. So
no kidding.
just being mindful of and paying attention to what's going on in your house is very important.
Now, Jacob says it's not going to get, super duper cold this weekend, but it will. Make sure your pipes are taken care of too.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Tyler, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Where do we get a hold of Aero Service Team?
Specifically.
Online at aeroserviceteam.com or come stop by and
They
see
may
us
not
at
know
2925 East Broadway Avenue in Bismarck.
Sounds great. I appreciate your time. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Wayne.